Shame, 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 shame. Wudjau and Asar, I figured out your game. I figured out the deceit. I'm making this video because this is just part one. I'm digging the dirt. Part two, I'm putting the nails in the coffin. Now, once I drop this hint, you guys may just want to get on out and make a public statement and repent and apologize and admit you're wrong. Okay? You might as well just go ahead and do that and get ahead of the curve because you got about 2 days. Because people forget you can write universities and get responses. They are institutions of learning. I said, let me really dig on this one. Okay? So you got 2 days to repent. But just let me let you know I caught you in this game. And there's more to come. These are Nubians, like Chief X said. The institution say they're Nubians. You sure everybody can see? Because it seems when I get on my camera, people can't. On my desktop, people seem to can't see straight. Okay? Hold on, let's just get this together. Let's get this together. There ain't gonna be no wiggling no more. Okay? Okay? They're Nubians. Okay? Now, let me just give you a little hint and a little tip of where I'm about to go. We're talking about the Book of Gates and the images. This is one of the main images in the Book of Gates. And this is Horus, right? And they're talking about the 4 men, right? The 4 men. The 4 Egyptians. The 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 Asiatics. The 4 Nubians. And the 4 Libyans. Okay? Now, like I said, these men have names, just like we call them. In the bottom, register Horus, let me get some clarity, leans upon the staff, watching over 4 groups of 4 men, representing the 4 races of mankind. Okay? 4 races of mankind. The Rimage, the people, mankind. Now, who Egyptians is Reth. The 4 races of Rimage, mankind. RMT. Reth is who? The Egyptians. Like Chief X said, and like the consensus in the scholars says. Okay? Reth, the Egyptians. Amu, like you guys say, the Asiatic people from the deserts to the east. The Nehisu, Nubians. And guess what? We come to. And other African races. That's where that come from. Just follow me. Remember other African races. Okay? And the Tamahu, fair-skinned Libyans. It's about the 4 men, okay? Now, this is from Asar's website. Just so we're clear. Asar Imhotep.com. And pictures and sources he's using. This is that fucked up picture that someone removed people. The Egyptian is not here. And they claimed that this Nubian right here The consensus scholars call them Nubians, but Asar calls this an Egyptian. Diop calls this an Egyptian. Asar is a Diopian. Diop was wrong. Okay? This is not an Egyptian. The Egyptian is nowhere on here. These are 4 men, the story. Okay? This is, according to what Asar has down here, which is wrong, he has Indo-European. Instead of having Libyan. This whole picture is wrong, and anyone with any sense of real scholarship will have never used this as a source, ever. This is disrespectful and intellectual treason, okay? This is the Nubian, and he's always third of the 4 men in the Book of Gates. Listen to my wording. He's always third of the 4 men in the Book of Gates, okay? And here he has the Asiatic. Okay, they have them backwards. He doesn't even have this listed as an Asiatic. He has Semite. Oh, sorry, don't, but it comes from Diop's book. And just so you can see. We can all see, because when I get on my desktop, you guys seen it. It gets stupid all of a sudden. Like, the words I'm saying isn't the words scholarship is saying. This is crazy. Okay, let me just make sure we see it. Semite. Okay? So, Asar on his website has bullshit scholarship on here. This is crazy that these people like Asar and Wudjau claim to be so bright, but they use this fucked up scholarship. But they use it to trick you, to make you think this is an Egyptian. See, the Egyptian, it says. By himself, black type. They're not written like that, okay? At all. And remember I said it says other blacks? Other blacks in Africa? They even, I don't know who was the original fucked up, deceitful guy that didn't put Nubians instead of putting just the other blacks and not put Nubian as C. Like, this tells you they left off Nubian and they just put other African races, or they put other blacks. Asar in Diopian school put other blacks and didn't put Nubian because they wanted you to think that the first one was an Egyptian and that this was just some other blacks, when really it was the Nubian. You see the trick they did on you guys? You see where it says C, other blacks in Africa? It's supposed to say Nubian. You see what kind of fucked up shit these niggas be doing? And this is supposed to be Egyptian. But the Egyptian is not in illustration anywhere in here. Asar was deceitful, and they need to repent for this shit, for this deceit. Now, when you go further down Asar's site, he will break down to you, like I said. I said, RMT means people. It doesn't mean Egyptian. It means people. I said Reth, R-E-T-H, or they say it's broken down R-T-H without the vowels, is Egyptian. Okay? So even Asar goes through all this breakdown just to say that the RMT remit means people, right? Or mankind, like I showed you. Okay? So he breaks it down, and I'm not familiar with all this stuff, but all he breaks down is meanings of man, person, or people, human being, man, mankind, you know, humanity, human values, the fact that then there's other related, I guess, definitions in terms to other wording and linguistics he has on this side that break down to kinship, family, friendship, parent, small thing or person, related to these. I'm not going to get into all that. And he's just going back to RMT, RMT, and these languages, which I don't trust. But he breaks all this down just to say it means people. Now, here's the tricky part with these people. Like the consensus I showed you said these are Nubians, they come and trick you. So Asar says, in the following photo, we see the term written in Metanetter, right? So yeah, that's what you see in Metanetter. I don't know if it reads in it, but I guess he's trying to say it's saying Rimage or RMT, which means people. He says it all through. Nowhere here does he mention anything about Egyptian in all this linguistic breakdown. All this language and linguistic breakdown, not one time is the Egyptian word in here. Okay. But then they come down to showing you a photo and then tricking you, right? In the following photo, he says it's a Metanetter. So he's saying that it's saying RMT here. Okay. But they trick you. And he adds and shows a link from Manu and Pim. Let me get this straight. We can't be confused here. Manu and Pim. Photo of, he puts 4 Egyptians and then he put in parentheses Remit. He was supposed to put photo of 4 Remit or RMT and not even put Egyptian. Where did that come from? That was the trick. You could have at least put RMT and then in abbreviations put Egyptian. But you just wrote Egyptian and just lied Manu Ampim and Diop. And here come Asar copying them. And he'd want to make you think these 4 men in this tomb are Egyptian, meaning they're black men. That's what they wanted you to believe, that the Egyptian was a black man. It's no Egyptian on this photo. You see the trick they got you niggas in? Chief X got your back. Now, Asar used Manu Ampim as a source. Horrible. Another Afrocentric and liar. Okay? So you see the trick? They put Egyptians there when nothing was talking about Egyptian, when Allah was talking about people and mankind. And why? Because it is 4 races of what? Mankind. Egyptian is Reth. Gotta take you niggas to elementary school. Okay? This is no Reth. This don't say Reth. This says RMT. It doesn't even say RTH. They're wrong and lying. They're tricking you. Because like Chief X says, these are Nubians, not Egyptians. Like Asar and Wudjau is lying to you about and telling you that you're stupid, you're going to believe me. I'm going to talk with Xavier's truth away from you because I know you're stupid, and I'm going to bring you right back into the fold of making you think the Egyptians was black when really it's the Nubians who's black, not the Egyptians. In the Book of Gates, in that tomb, these are the Egyptians, not these Nubians. And just for further clarification, that leopard skin that Nubians wear, you see? If they're trying to tell you the writing in between these people, like the same kind of symbols you see here, on these Egyptians, means they're just saying it's mankind. And these are the four races of mankind. You see? Reth is Egyptians. Let's be clear. Then you have the Amu, the Asiatic people. Okay? Then you have the Nahisu, the Nubians. Black folk. Nobody else is black folk. These are black folk. Motherfuckers, y'all can't forget what black folk look like. No, I'm just fucking with you. But, you know, these are called the poet. Now, the next trick I'll save. Round 2. Is there anything else I need to say before I have these niggas shaking in their boots again? Huh? The Book of Gates. The Book of Gates. All scholarship leads to Chief X being correct and the most honest and the realest one. Okay? Understand this. Asar Imhotep and Wudjau is deceiving you based off the worst scholarship ever in the history of mankind. The entire world is laughing at black Americans, and especially the conscious community. And they're laughing at us because of guys like Wudjau, and Asar continuously to revise history, chop up words, be deceitful, slow talk you to sleep, and take you to La La Land, to revisionist history land, to fake history land, to a place you wish you were but never were. Indo-European, come on. You can do better than that, Asar. I thought you knew who these people were. This Diopian school is deceiving black folk. You know it was the Asiatic and the Libyan. What is this shit? And got them all fucked up. And you know the Egyptian is not in this photo. You guys tried to make this the Egyptian and then act like this is not the Nubian, but it's other blacks. And you remove Nubian. I'm charging all y'all with it. Since all you guys use this as scholarship and trick niggas and miseducate niggas with this, I'm charging all you guys for the same crime. Intellectual treason. Because you should have explained that we took Nubian out of there and just put other blacks in Africa. When because in reality, where am I going? Because in reality, we couldn't get you any other way. Because in reality, where's it at? Where's the writing? Because in reality, it's Nubians and not just other black Africans. You left Nubian out and just wanted to put black Africans and added an extra person that didn't belong in the picture, and you called it an Egyptian, when really this was the Egyptian. Not that. In the tomb, this is a Nubian. In Egypt, on the walls, this is a Nubian. We need Asar and Wudjau to apologize or correct themselves. If it doesn't happen within 2 days, I will put the nail in the coffin when I get my response that doubles down and proves my point. You niggas have caused shame on the conscious community and practice ifsit. Repent now. And all these niggas following and lying and kikiing and thinking they was right. Nope. Chief X was right. The Egyptians is Reth, like I said. And mankind, people, means, remit. Just like me and Asar says there. But he's wrong by adding that it also means Egyptians. That's deceit. You guys been running on this deceit since Diop took that picture that was from, they got a picture from Lepsius and put it in the book. And then you guys focused on this, which I said is Photoshop, this recreation that some fool fucked up and removed and placed this one here and didn't put the Egyptian picture there of the four, and didn't have a complete 4 men, and they didn't want you to think this is a Nubian because they want you to think this was an Egyptian. If you knew this was a Nubian, guess what your logic would have said? Well, how can that be a Nubian and this be an Egyptian when it's the same fucking picture of the 4 men? You would have said, wait a minute, something's wrong. If that's the Nubian, then that has to be the Nubian. I mean, like, how was Wudjau, I said Wudjau that time. How was Wudjau in Asar tricking you, so-called woke people to think this is one race of people and this is another race? Or this is a one nation of people and this is another nation. When all throughout the book of Gates, they talk about 4 different fucking nations. I mean, this is why these niggas, their followers, are stupid. This is like beyond stupid. This is fucking retarded. If anyone believes Asar and Wudjau, you guys are retarded at this point. I've come to that conclusion. There's no hope for the conscious community at all. If you guys think these are 2 different races and nations, when they're talking about 4 different nations. And everything I showed you said everywhere you look. That's why he used the term, this is an anomaly. No, it's not just an anomaly. This is a fucked up picture that someone, fuck it, I'm going to say it, it's photoshopped. Recreation, Photoshop, who gives a fuck? It's a fake, fucked up picture to base any scholarship off, and someone who's been tricky and they was deceitful, and this is some bullshit. Any nigga got using this picture is a bullshitter. Trust me. Everyone knows I'm right. Wait for 2 days. Now, you guys can get ahead of the curve. Now, you got 2 days to get ahead of the curve. Repent. I'm on your motherfucking ass. This is hint number 1. I haven't even gone into the deeper thing that just totally proves my point. Because I'm just waiting on a piece of information. That's going to double solidify it. Game over. You niggas need to stop. Hold on. Hold on. One second. Y'all need to stop playing and tell the people the truth and properly educate black folk and let them know that those are Nubians and they're not Egyptians. It's not an anomaly. It's an outright trick and a lie. This is mankind. The people. One of the four races of mankind. Mankind, the image, the people, humanity. Oh, and I got a dagger coming. Oh, boy, I got a dagger coming. Everybody, if you have integrity yourself, you need to share this video. This is irrefutable proof from the source of sources, which is this. This comes from the source of sources. We went over that already. The Theban mapping project, you can't get a better source than this. Okay? You can't get a better source than the Theban mapping project. Hey, look. Here go another hint with y'all. Libyans in the 5th hour in the Book of Gates. You better hurry up and clean it up, boy, because y'all in trouble, trouble, trouble.